so good, it feels so good. Oh my, gonna make my move. I'm all in, got nothing to lose. Oh my, gonna shake it off. It ain't no thing, it ain't no thing. Oh my, doing what I want. Gonna do my thing, do my thing. Way up high and take it low. I'm feeling right from head to toe. Light it up and let it roll. Here I go. Are you ready? Ready to go? Are you ready? Ready for more? Are you ready? Ready for me? Oh my, you ready? Ready or not, we going. And I can't stop. Are you ready? Ready for me? Oh my, oh my. Gonna hit it big. I got my eyes on the prize. Oh my, gonna spin the wheel, cash it in and roll the dice. Oh my, it's a thing of gold. All I'll do is win. All I'll do is win. Oh my, no one ever fold. Start it up, let the game begin. Way up high and take it low. I'm feeling right from head to toe. Light it up and let it roll. Here I go. Are you ready? Ready to go, are you ready? Ready for more, are you ready? Ready for me? Oh my, you ready? Ready or not, we going. And I can't stop, are you ready? Ready for me? Oh my, oh my. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ready for me? Are you ready? Are you ready? Ready for me? Are you ready? Are you ready? Ready to go? Are you ready? Ready for more? Are you ready? Ready for me? Oh my, you ready? Ready or not, we going. And I can't stop, are you ready? Ready for me? Oh my, oh my. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Sunshine beating on the good times, moonlight racing from the grave, string band playing more of that honky tonks, pretty young thing going dancing in the rain. High heel lady spitting at the Nicky Jacks, businessman with a needle and a spoon, coyote chewing on a cigarette, pack of young boys going howling at the moon. Hey darling, sleeping on the blacktop. Hey darling, running through the trees, honey. Hey darling, leaving for the next town, letting my sense catches up with me. Three dead in a crash on a number 4. 2 witnesses blown up high. Not sure whose will be done. You can call me a sinner for wondering why. Hey darling, sleeping on the blacktop. Hey darling, running through the trees, honey. Hey darling, leaving for the next time lesson. My set sketches up with me. Corn liquor tastes sweeter in this town. Could it be it's the same as the last? I swear I've seen your face elsewhere before, just as familiar as a bottle and a glass. Hey darling, sleeping on the blacktop. Hey darling, running through the trees, honey. Hey darling, leaving for the next town lesson. My set sketches up with me. Hey darling, sleeping on the blacktop. Hey darling, running through the trees, honey. Hey darling, leaving for the next town lesson. My set sketches up with me. Lesson my sense catches up with me.
Trying hard to keeping up with the Joneses. Everything is kind of trouble and purpose. And you're lying in a bed of roses. I never dreamed of getting in the action. Life moves with all the surprises. I never tell the chemical reaction. It comes down to this day. You're gonna be a tough act to follow. And you better believe it. Just take a bite and see that it's gonna be too much to swallow. You better believe it. Yeah, I got one more trick, but you're gonna be a tough act to follow. To follow. You're gonna be a tough act to follow. To follow. Oh, I feel I like the way I got up from the start. I was under pressure. I feel I got away. It comes down to this. Yeah, you're gonna be a tough act to follow. And you better believe it. Just take a bite and see that it's gonna be too much to swallow. You better believe it. Yeah, I got one more trick, but you're gonna be a tough act to follow. To follow. To follow. Yeah.
Yo! What's up, everyone? Sorry, Patrick and I are trying to do sign languages to everyone. What's up? You were like pointing at something. I don't know what you were referring to.
I'll tell you about it. I'm really disappointed. I'll tell you about it.
You're disappointed. Okay.
I'm disappointed. I'm really disappointed. I
you doing,
just
Patrick?
noticed it. After weeks and weeks and weeks, I just noticed it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm really
Stay
confused.
tuned. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
All right. I missed something. I don't know what you're talking about. All right. How's it going, everyone? Patrick, how are you? It's been so long since I've seen you.
I know.
So I was out in
And guess
Atlanta.
what? You get the pleasure of seeing me Monday. Also. It's all your pleasure.
I get the
It's all
pleasure.
your pleasure.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. Oh, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Yeah, I was in Atlanta last week, hanging out with Patrick. We were in Marco's Mastering DAX course. I say we were in it, but I probably was in more meetings than I was like in the training. It was good. The stuff I saw was good, and I'd seen it before, but it was good. Nice, Johnny. Where? If your wife's there, where are you? Are you going to be a pass, Johnny? I don't know. Yeah. So I think Alex was talking about. Let me go to my. So you'll notice these like blue strips. Those are where the shelves are going to go in. They're markers for the shelves. You'll notice that some wood paneling got put in yesterday. Actually, it looks very nice. It's very amazing. Yeah, that's where the shelves are going to go. And then the Legos. So the Lego Millennium Falcon, the big one, is going to be right there. We had to bring the tape down because it's so big. It's like going to be like right up against the wood paneling. So yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Can't wait. Oh, all right, Johnny. That's all right. We'll probably see you at Bits. We'll see you at Bits. So we go to Pass Summit next week. What does that look for?
I'm just reading.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just painter's tape, Alex. It's just blue. It comes off really easily. I love the Lego AT-AT Walker. Yeah. And then that's the question. Do you call it AT-AT or AT-AT? I don't know. Oh, nice. Vegas also. Very good. So, all right. Let's get into the rules here. So first off, if you are new to the live stream or Guy in a Cube in general, put hashtag new in the chat. We always love seeing the new faces. I just want to say hi and welcome you to Guy in a Cube. Also, you'll notice Captain America's shield is up. Captain America's shield is up, so it's coming.
Hey.
What?
Jack's coming to our class at Pass. All right,
Oh,
Jack.
right. All right.
Jack.
Oh, that'll be nice. Come up and say hi.
Sorry for anybody else that wants to come.
Yeah, it's sold out.
It's sold out.
It's sold
Sorry.
out. So,
Lots of new though. Lots of new people. Yeah. Sorry, I derailed a little bit.
That is nice. That is nice. All right. Also, shout out to all the members of Guy in a Cube. We appreciate what you do here. If you see folks with the green name or the Guy in a Cube logo next to their name, those are members of Guy in a Cube. So thank you so much for supporting us. If you want to learn more about being a member on the channel, just check out the link on the screen or hit the join button down below to learn more. Stephanie, thank you for becoming a member. And then, no commitment required, but just thanks for checking it out. It just really helps us do what we do. Keep bringing great content and all the good stuff. So, are you all getting drinks in Seatown? Of course. Of course. Of course we are.
That's a given.
I just posted on Twitter. I now know of 3 people bringing Jägermeister Manifest. I've started this whole thing with Manifest. It started at SQL Conference in Germany. Wyatt, thank you for gifting 10 memberships. That's bananas. Thank you so much. So Darren, Nunn, Brunner, Ike Ohio, David, Shane, Sheila, wow, Niels, and Brian. All got a membership courtesy of Wyatt. Thank you so much, Wyatt. Very much appreciated. That is very generous of you. And then, sorry, what was I talking about? Oh, the Manifest. Yeah, so I know 3 people bringing Manifest bottles to Pass Summit. I'm excited. I've got to bring the Jägermeister shot glasses, but that will be there. Amazing. Amazing.
Don't do it. Don't do it, people. Don't do it, people. Don't do it.
Yeah. You're welcome, Shane. Or thank you, Shane. Yeah. Yeah. Good morning. All right. Yeah, they'll be drank. All right. So the new folks. Let me go back up the stream. I saw a lot of news. So Nicholas is new. Wyatt's old, but you're all right. Julio is new. Lucian is new. Jose is new. Tom. Daler is new this month. Or welcome. I want to say Daniela is new. It's not Daniela. It's so it's Daniela. I struggling with that name, but welcome. Kitties for Life is new from Canada. Amazing. Tech with Ramsey is new. Anyone else? I saw user 457 new. Still class myself as a newbie. Oh yeah. Let's see. Chartreuse. Nice, Adam. Let's see. Who else? Did I miss anyone? I think I got everyone. Charlie is new as well. Keith is new. Haven't been here for a long while. Welcome. Glad you're here. It's a bit like the Death Star reactor. Nice. I love that. That's a good one, Johnny. So Tom, of note, Patrick does not drink the Jägermeister. So that is an Adam thing. Yeah, that is an Adam thing. That is not a Patrick thing. So yeah.
Patrick learned a lesson many years ago about anything that's not beer. He does not drink it.
Yeah, but it's not that he observes that observation, right? It's he still deviates. He deviates
most of the time. Most of the time.
Yeah. So I saw one other. Chequaz is new. Yeah, Jägermeister. I love Jaeger. Oh. Yes, Donald. Donald, are you gonna be a pass next week? That's amazing. Yeah. Patrick drinks whatever he's handed. That is a true statement. Unless it's Jaeger, like he will pass on that. All right. Let's get to the rules. Let's see here. So we've got a couple of rules here on Guy in a Cube. First off, get your question in, queue it up with a Q colon. Chatmaster C is standing by to get them in the queue. We get to as many as we can, although we don't usually get to all of them. Actually, we never get to all of them on the first side of it. Members, hold your questions until the second half. Chatmaster C will let you know. I'm wondering, just because I know like there's a lot going on today that's taking a lot of our regular folks away. So during the member only section, if we end up not having a whole lot of questions, we may open it back up and just let others come back in. So and then if you do, please don't spam your question. We have a 3 strikes rule here on Guy in a Cube. 3 times is all you need, and you get into a timeout by either Chatmaster C or one of our lovely moderators, except for Patrick. So please don't, Alex. Please do not spam the question. 1 time's all you need, and it is in the queue. Whether we get to it or not is another question. So awesome. And then Josh, thank you so much for the super chat. Love you guys. In no way can I ever repay you for this amount of knowledge that you provided me. Keep being awesome. You keep being awesome.
Yeah.
Love that.
Man, that's great.
But that
That's
also
great.
reminds me,
That's
if
great.
you have a burning question and you want to jump the queue, super chats always take priority. Just be sure when you do it to type in the question before you hit the button. Otherwise, you're just giving a super chat, which is also appreciated. But yeah. All right. And people are saying all these things about Jaeger plus something. There's no plus.
Little.
You just drink the Jaeger. Like, there's nothing else that
It's-
goes with it. That's blasphemy.
Schmoopy. You're schmoopy.
I don't know what that
Adam.
means, but all right.
Schmoopy.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to some
Let's
questions.
get into these questions. All right. So, Honey Goyal. So in the matrix visual of 2-level access, I have 4 values at level 1. I need to show subtotal for only one of them. Any better way? Currently, I'm hiding other 3 using objects. So Patrick and I were talking about this. What the heck? All right, I'll fix that in a second. Patrick and I were talking about this. I don't know what the whole hiding other 3 using objects means. I I just was not sure about that. We're also not exactly sure what you're going after, but we think we may have, there may be a setting there for you. Custom rollups. Oh, wait, Bogdan. Oh my gosh, you're here, Bogdan. We've missed you. Bogdan, by the way, I'm going to be sending you a Teams message after the live stream, so be on the lookout for that. I have a question for you. All right. So for those that don't know, Bogdan is the VP for all of the Synapse stuff inside of Fabric. So any data warehouse, the Lakehouse, data science stuff, like he's the guy. So,
Bob, he's the reason I'm going to Siberia.
Yeah. He said we were going to go to Siberia. No, not Siberia. Not Siberia. Serbia.
I know.
Serbia.
Siberia. Bogdan, I'm sorry. Bogdan's taking us to Serbia. That's right. Thank you, Bogdan. My bad.
All right.
Taking us to Serbia.
All right. Serbia. Siberia.
Sorry.
Those are very different places.
Saturday.
By the way.
It's Saturday. We don't know what Patrick's been doing. It's Saturday morning.
Siberia. All right. So Patrick's going to Siberia. I'm going to Serbia.
Next question.
All right. Well, no, we got to answer this question. So the matrix visual. So we were playing around with this. So Patrick, let's head. Enough of all this talking. Let's head over to your machine. All right.
I don't know if this is the answer.
Yeah, we don't know if this is the answer, but we were playing around.
And so you can see how I have the totals for everything here, right? And so you can see I have this under the format section. You go to row subtotals. You can turn them. Obviously, you can turn them on and off, right? If I turn them on, where did they go? Oh, where did they go? Here they go. Where did my row? Oh, here we go. So if I turn them back on, and then you have this option: apply settings for.
You guys zoom in on
I can say for quarter. Okay. I can say for quarter, a year. What is it doing? It's not doing what we said before, Adam. I don't know what it's doing.
What did we do?
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, let me zoom in. And of course, there's my zoom. It's kind of janky. Okay, so if you choose the level that you want to hide it for, right, and then toggle this little box right here for on rows, it made it disappear for quarter. I don't think, Adam, but I don't think that's what they're talking about.
That was my guess of what they were talking about.
And
you can control it for the different ones, right?
Yeah. What I think they want is, see how I have total sales amount and total shipped amount? Yeah. They just want to hide subtotals for this particular measure as opposed to across the entire
But they said level
row.
though. So that's what I didn't know.
I don't know.
And then, if you want to do that, you could probably do that with DAX. Some combination of is in scope and something else.
See, yeah, that's what we're talking about,
Yeah.
Chris. That's what we're saying, Chris, right there. So I think you could do it with some DAX, but I'm not sure. I don't know the details.
Yeah, we'd have to play
so.
You can do a lot with DAX on that front and control some of that, but that's why we were just poking around on some of the setting things and thinking well, that may just be an easy thing for you instead of going down the DAX route. But so levels means he has a field in columns. Oh, okay. What'd you say?
Did he put show the person's name is Honey, right?
Yeah.
Honey Goyelle.
I didn't see any comment on that front. So yeah. So yeah. That's what we were thinking. Yep. Let us know. Let us know if that helps you. Or outside of that, we need more details of what you're looking for. And then we didn't look also, but on that settings thing. So it was the difference between rows and columns. I don't know if columns also has that same kind of feature as well. So definitely play around with that first.
That's a good one.
So all right, Olbu with a. I'm so happy you got a space in Direct Lake. Mistyped Direct, but that's okay. We're good. The space is there, so I love it. How could we share reports without granting users direct access to the Lakehouse tables? Users should only consume reports, read, and not build. So stay tuned. There's a couple things coming. So first off, you can control some access from a Lakehouse perspective via the TDS endpoint. So you can do like row level security or things of that nature inside of the TDS endpoint to control those things. So that's probably the best way to do it today. But just be aware that there are some options there. We're going to be doing some videos on it. There's some guidance docs coming as well to talk about how to do those things. But definitely look at controlling this through TDS access or TDS endpoint perspective. And then that can get you to where the direct lake can be available for those scenarios. So there's also another option you can do so if you want to share it via an app, so you could have the report shared through the app that's leveraging Direct Lake. And then from a Direct Lake perspective, you can actually go through and set it to a specific user that's going to hit the Direct Lake. So if you have a known user account that's going to hit Direct Lake, it's almost like you're doing it on behalf of that user. Obviously, that limits you. You could do RLS on the Power BI side of it at that point. But if you did anything on the TDS endpoint side for the Lakehouse, that wouldn't be honored because you're going through a single user at that point. But that's another way that you could potentially do it. Those are a couple different options on that front. Any other thoughts there, Patrick?
No, I don't know. Yeah. Let's just move on to the next one.
All right. Let's do Tony. Is it possible to change your DB dataset connections from the online Power BI web editor, or is it only possible using desktop? So it depends. It depends. So what is your
don't log this one, Kevin.
No, log it.
I'm contesting it.
I'm gonna say it,
Kevin.
Wait.
I'm contesting this one, Kevin.
No. I'm gonna say, and then Patrick's gonna be like, "All right, yeah, you're right. Trust me." So it depends on what you mean by database/dataset connection. So let's say we're going to SQL Server. If you're saying, "Hey, I want to change the server that I'm going to," yes, you can do that online by way of a Power Query parameter.
I think they just mean dataset, semantic model. I'm sorry. I think they mean semantic model.
Well, it depends on the premise of the question. So this is why I mean it depends. I don't know. So Tony, you got to let us know what specifically you're looking for there. But he said, well, dataset. What do you mean by dataset though? You want to change? Wait. What do you mean dataset though? Do you mean you want to point it to the report to a different dataset? Now, yes. If that's the case, you can do that online.
With a REST API.
You can rebind.
But it doesn't depend, though.
Yeah, but you can do the rebind.
But it doesn't depend. It doesn't depend.
But it depends on what you mean by changing the source. That's what the question wasn't clear in the beginning.
Settle.
It said DB/
Nada, nunca. No, it depends.
So there is a rebind. There is a rebind for the reports. There's a rebind API that you can call that will change it to point to a different data set. The schema has to be exactly the same. Kevin, keep the dollar, man. That wasn't it depends. Based on the way the way the question was worded.
Okay, Kevin. Keep the dollar, Kevin. Bring the dollar back.
Depends on the meaning of the word is. Yeah, exactly.
Bring the dollar back, Kevin.
Yes. Bring it back. Bring it back. All right. Here we go. Thank you, Kevin.
That's me getting really angry. I'm going to turn into the Hulk. Adam didn't know I could turn into the Hulk.
He was wearing a green shirt that day. All right. Data is king. Can you provide a use case to use values in DAX? Oh my gosh.
There's so many. But I'm going to tell you the main reason that I knew this, and Marco reiterated it this week. Values, when you have bad data, when you have a weak relationship, when on one side of the relationship you have missing values will show a blank row. And distinct will not show the blank row. And so if you're trying to ensure the accuracy of your data and make sure that what you're displaying equals the totals, you want to show values. You want to use values. That's the most basic reason that you want to do it. Now, we probably can go into a million other reasons that Marco called out, but that's probably the most important reason that you want to use values.
Uh-oh.
And
your
I'm
video
stuck.
paused again.
And I lost everything.
I don't know. Yeah, this happened earlier. Something's going on with this. It wasn't me. He'll be back. All right.
And I'm back.
And you're back.
And I'm
just
back.
Like that.
I don't
it's
know.
Magic.
I don't know. I think I need to update vMix.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. There's so many uses of
there are.
values. There's so many uses of values.
Can't do it now. Alex said update vmix right now.
So many uses of values.
All right, Daler, two-parter. Data flows. Chris, no DAX columns. It depends. Okay, so data flows, ETL staging. One data set to multiple reports. How does set benefit from parallel refresh of data flows? Do you have to set incremental refresh for each data flow data set in refresh chain? There's a second part here. And if there's differences for linked data flows versus disabled, load with refresh is triggered by Power Automate after successful refresh at a previous one. Okay, so here's what I think. And this is a video. I'm getting Mark Cromer. We're gonna do a video. It's gonna have to happen after pass. But we're gonna do a video on this. Alex, stop using linked data flows. Use shortcuts. Gen 2 changes everything. Yes. And so one thing we were talking about, and I know Alex came up with this scenario in the pre-con that he was doing, or they showed it in the session at Power Platform Conference. We're going to do a video. I'm going to do a video with Mark Cromer on it, who's the PM for pipelines. So the way you can go about, like, if you're trying to stagger like data flow refreshes from a pipeline, you can actually call. So this is specific to data flows Gen 2. But inside of the pipeline, you could actually trigger different, you basically orchestrate the run of data flows that you need. And so you can make sure the first data flow is finished before you do the second data flow. And then at some point in time, you'll be able to then, potentially trigger a data set as well. So those are things that you can look at in terms of how to potentially orchestrate data flow refresh combined with dataset refresh. So that's really the way to go. So, all right, cool.
That was
Lawrence.
complicated.
What?
That was complicated.
Why is it complicated? You drag an item into a pipeline that's a data flow, and then drag the success to the next data flow, and then it's a lot of no code stuff. You just click.
I love it. Yeah. See, thank you, Alex. Thank you, Mr. Alex Flowers. Thank you so much.
Before creating a lot of technical debt, start using data destinations and shortcuts with Gen 2 and Fabric. Yeah. Yes.
It's not like Kerberos.
It's like Kerberos. It just works.
This actually works. Works, Chris.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Kerberos.
But I also think this brings up a good point of just Fabric in general, what it brings to the table, and like the different options and ways of thinking about how you're working with data.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
where it's coming from, where it's going, how to reuse it. So it's a paradigm shift. So
Right.
I love it. So, all right, Lawrence. Any rumors on when the DAX Auto-Exists bug feature might be fixed? I know Jeffrey Wang mentioned it about 3 years ago on Reddit. Can't find any news since. Auto-Exists.
Yeah, it's with the measure thing. It's a measure thing that Jeffrey talked about a while ago.
I will say we don't know.
Yeah, I would say it doesn't. It has not come up. Marco's got a blog post on it. I found it. Marco's got a blog post on it. Like when you combine slicers across across the fact that you don't have bidirectional or anything set up, it does this crazy total.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then you
yeah,
gotta bake your own measure in. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't heard.
I won't say it's a bug. I think it's just something that needs to be added, and I don't know if it's ever been done. So, yeah.
John, whatever you do, don't ask about matrix totals. Oh, jeez. DAX for the win on that part. All right. And then, folks, just remember, if you got a question, put Q colon in front of it. We'll get it in there. All right. So that's a second one. Sahil's got one. We have 5 related dimensions with approximately 50 attributes each. What's the question?
But
I have questions. I have questions, but I don't know what your question is, Sahil. That's a lot of attributes in each dimension. But I mean, the dimensions, they're related by way of a fact table, right? Or like, please look
He says,
below.
please look below.
Below what? I don't have it in my queue. Like, I can't. Hang on. Let's see.
250 columns.
I don't. When you say please look below, I don't. I filtered on your
I don't
name.
think he prefixed the second part.
No, there's no second part. I've got 2 items in the queue.
Oh.
One's the question that I put up, and the
Oh.
other says please look below. I posted the full question. I'm not seeing it in my backlog thing, so I don't know if it went through. So apologies for that. Yeah, I don't have it. If you can post it again, we'll come back to it. But I don't see it. All right. We'll come back to that. So we just got a super chat from Olbu. So jump in the queue. Follow-up question on the direct link piece. Direct link dataset follow-up. How can I define one user for access to Lakehouse in the dataset for all report users? So yeah, so that's where you can go. Let me see if I've got it. Hang on. I might be able to show you. Hold, please. Mim.
Mim's trolling.
No.
Mim's trolling.
Hey. Mim's doing his best, so the hashtag queue is good enough for me.
He's trolling
That's
me. He's trolling
that's good.
me.
That's
He's
good.
trolling
We need more. We need more of that. Alex can't be the only one.
He's trolling me.
Hey, Mim. All right. Hang on. I need to go to the demo. Where's the data set? Where's the data model? All right, let's go over to my machine. So here you go, Olbu. So if I go, so this is my data set. That's a direct link data set. If I go into the settings, and then here, where is it? So I think, where was it? There's a setting here. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I want to say, because it had to do with the cloud connection piece here. So it has to do with this. And so if you can map it to a personal cloud connection and then actually set it to like a specific thing. So if you're using like a non-user, or you can use the, so single sign-on will cause it to the user hitting the data set, their credentials always presented. But if you do a personal cloud credential, you can set it to a specific user. And then everything will funnel through that user to the Lakehouse. So that's how you can do it. And then you don't have to do RLS or anything like that. Just understand, if you do this, you're funneling through a specific user. So document that and make sure people understand that. Otherwise, you could see, just make sure people are aware of that. Yeah, sorry, I keep saying data set. It's semantic model. Sorry, it's going to take me a while. All right. Hopefully that helps you, Open. Thank you for the super chat. All right. So, sorry, how much time? Oh, we're almost at the clock. Hang on a second. I'm going to do something here. There we go. All right. Let's see here. So I don't. Oh, thank you again, Olbu. Wow. Thank you so much. So I didn't see the follow-up, so we're gonna move on there. Let's see. Let's grab one more. Let's go with Kitties for Life. I'm going to have a machine learning project with other 4 people. How can we cooperate on Microsoft Fabric? Many thanks from Snow. So one thing that's cool, and I did see Bogdan was commenting on some things. I don't know if he addressed this specifically, but one thing you can tell. Oh, Patrick, do this. Go into. You need to do this. Go into the demo workspace.
The model. Yeah.
No, and then go into the facts notebook.
Okay, I'm going.
And I'm going to show my screen. This is cool.
The demo.
This is cool.
Demo.
This freaked me out one time
notebook.
because I saw Patrick doing this, and I'm just like, all right, this is a little weird. And like, go in and change. Just go in and start doing stuff. There you go.
I
See how
did.
Patrick's here? You can see Patrick doing stuff. Look at that. Look at that. Oops. Wait. Yeah. Do something else. Do something else. Look at that. So you can actually do like multiple people contributing to the notebook at the same time. So as a data scientist, that's pretty cool. And from a notebook experience, this is like what you get also on the office side where you're doing things. So it's just kind of weird that I can watch other people doing things. So it's amazing. So that's a really cool feature. Definitely check that out as from a data science perspective. I think that'll be great. Yeah, I guess so. Every time I see it, I'm like, whoa, wait a second, what's going on?
Yeah, but I think from an entire like enterprise development experience, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we'll see a lot of people using notebooks, and there'll be a lot of work going on. Yeah, I think it'll be
Yeah.
good.
So he'll like if you're putting links or anything in your thing, don't do that. It's gonna block it. Or it's potentially that YouTube's thing is catching something as a offensive word or something, like there's something blocking it. So all right, yeah, Shane, I see your chat at that point, so you're good. Okay, so we are going into wait what
I don't know if Mim is a
Mim. I just made Mim a moderator, so Mim,
Okay.
post your question again, or we can just get it queued.
Yeah, just cue it.
Chat Master
Just cue
C,
it.
can you queue Mim's question back up? Yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. No need to repost Mim. Yeah. Yes, David. Sometimes YouTube eats specific things, and it's all right.
Thomas, before you start, Thomas, you're saying you don't like several developers working with the same code. Don't give them access to it. Just don't give them access to your notebook.
It's my notebook.
I'm just saying, it's my notebook. Don't give them access to it, right? Don't give them access to change your notebook. I get it, right? And because people can mess stuff up. So,
Yeah. All right. So we are going into member only chat. So this means only members and moderators can participate with the chat. Apologies if we did not get to your question. There were a few in there we didn't get to, so come back next week and try again. We try to get to as many as we can, and I know sometimes I speak a little longer on some things. I'm not going to call Patrick out on that front. That's my fault. But I also dropped a link again if you want to check out how to be a member. Todd, thank you so much for becoming a member. Very much appreciated. So we're going to go into member-only chat, members and moderators. Members, get your question queued up. We only have 3 in the queue right now, so if we end up running out, we'll kick back over to open chat and just continue the discussion. Johnny. All right, here we go. Again, super chats take priority, so if we didn't get to your question, you want to get it in, super chat it. That'll jump the queue and get it in. All right, we are in member-only chat now. Dun, dun, dun. All right, we're going to start with Mim's question. And also, I want to shout out Mim's over in Australia. This is really late for Mim. So thank you.
That's
Thank
why I got
all the folks from like the Australia, New Zealand area, the Asia area. Like, shout out to you for hanging in there this late.
still see your screen. They still see your
What?
screen.
Oh my gosh, I've been talking this whole time. I didn't even realize.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you,
John.
Thank you.
John.
All right.
And you 457.
What? Oh yeah. All right. Question to Patrick: how is your wide table testing going?
Not very well, man. Not very well.
What? There's details here I'm not familiar with.
So
Or maybe I am.
Yeah, you were. Alex trolled me last week about me doing some testing with star schema and a flat table to see how the performance would go.
Yeah.
It's not going that great. I actually did 2 tests, and when I increased the volume of the data from about 300 million to like 600 or 700 million, it just didn't go very well. These are just early tests though, Mim. So we'll see. I'll keep going. I'm working on a workshop. Adam made me stop and do some work on this workshop that we have to deliver Tuesday, so I had to put it on the back burner.
Yeah, it's a little time sensitive.
After past summit, I'll be back doing the testing. If you do any, let me know. I'd be curious to see what you find.
Yeah.
So it's not going that great. Alex was right.
Patrick loves developing workshops. That is not true. If under 100 million, is it worth a look?
No, it's not. Leave it alone. It's just not.
Okay. All right. User 457 coming in with a question. Should I learn on-object editing, or will old-school methods still be available for the long time? Not even tried it yet. So let's talk about this. So because I've done a few videos on on-object editing. The most recent one I did, there were a lot of very passionate comments on the video. And I've seen that on Twitter and the community area as well. A lot of strong feelings on that front. I would definitely say check it out. If you're the things that Patrick and I have heard is that if you've been a longtime Power BI user, it's a change. And there's been some comments about why they feel like it's not great. And I've also heard two different things, and I'd love opinions in the chat as well on. Is it that you specifically don't like on-object editing and you prefer the old way of doing it? Because when I've pushed some people on that, they've said, no, I didn't like either way. And I'm like, okay, well, that, like, how do we? So I want to tease that apart as well. Yeah, Chris, that's some of the similar comments that I've seen is that having to do more clicks is the bigger thing that I've seen. So the team is. We had another video that was going to drop last Wednesday that was going to go through 9 nuggets of on-object editing, and the last one I was super excited about. But the team basically decided they're going back through between the comments on the video plus other comments in the community. They're going back and re-looking at this, and they're going to be making some other updates. So we're going to revisit that video once they've made those updates to make sure that we don't have conflicting info out there. I was sad. I thought that video was amazing. And so that's just something to be aware of. So there's going to be more updates coming to it. So, I love that the team's listening to the community on that. So thank you for voicing those opinions. The team is going to look at it more, and hopefully there'll be some better updates there. So in terms of, is it going to be forever? I think the overall plan is that this on-object editing, whatever those changes end up being, that will be permanent, and that will go as like that is the experience. But there's going to be one of the nuggets was bananas. It'll allow you flexibility in how you want to see it. So stay tuned on that. There's some good stuff coming. And I'm eagerly awaiting what those changes will be based on the feedback.
So I'm gonna say this, and remember, right? Not only do I do GuineQ, but I am a Microsoft employee. I absolutely.
Yeah, we are biased.
I'm about to be not biased here. So when on object first came out, don't beat me. When on object first came out, I wasn't a fan. I will absolutely be honest with you. I was not a fan. And then I started tinkering, and I'm able to show what I want to show instead of it always just popping up because I need a lot of screen real estate.
Yeah.
I don't know. You just got to try it and spend some time with it. And I know that's tough saying spend some time because I shouldn't have to spend that much time trying to design something, right? But it's growing on me. I got to be honest with you. It's growing on me, and I'm starting to like it.
I was similar. Like when it first came out, I turned it on, and I didn't like the whole pain experience was like, I can only have one, and it was. But then they came out with updates. Yeah, they came out with some updates where like you could do the multiple panes, and I'm like, oh, okay, I like this now. And it was
give them a little bit of time.
And it was that switch where I can basically always have the visualization one there, move it off of the visual back onto the thing, and like that was good.
Look what Johnny said. Thank you, Johnny.
It's changed since its first release. It continued. Yes, yeah. So I'm saying, look at it now. That's my point. Even for those that didn't like it way back when, turn it back on, and just see if it's see if you still have the same feedback. I'd be curious. So, because there's a lot of cool stuff. Like even when we recorded the Nugget thing, and this was why I wanted to release the Nugget one, was there was one thing where Rosie pointed out like this change. I'm like, oh. I didn't even know that. I didn't put that in my video. And Patrick's like, Adam didn't get it right. He missed something. And she's like, oh, don't feel bad. That came out after you did the video. And I'm like, I didn't do that video that long ago. So like, all right, now I don't feel so bad. So, but that's what I mean. They're iterating on this to make improvements based on customer feedback. So definitely go back and check it out. And that's okay. Like if you still got the same feedback, that's fair.
Still the same. Checked it out yesterday.
Okay.
On to the next
That's
one,
fine.
Adam.
That's
On
fine.
to the next
All right.
one.
All right. Sahil, Sahil did the super chat. So apologies, we went over to member only mode. So apologies, we didn't get this on the other side that you were struggling with getting it in the thing, but we have the follow up. So here we go. 5 snowflake related dims. Ooh, wow. 30 attributes each. Now level 2 dim is making, oh no, slowly changing dimension 2. And we lost 1 to many relationships.
You didn't lose it. You didn't
Yeah.
lose it. Are you using the surrogate key? Are you using the surrogate key in that one-to-many relationship? Because I'm assuming now you got a many-to-many because you're using the same natural key over and over and over and over in your dimension, and you're trying to relate on that, and that's why you lost that one-to-many. If you use a surrogate key, and people go, why do I need to use a surrogate key? This is why you need to use a surrogate key, right?
Yes.
Right, Chris. Denormalize it. Yes, Chris. Absolutely. I love that response. Denormalize it and get rid of some stuff. But all you need to do is add a auto-generated surrogate key and establish that relationship on that. Going to make your ETL a little tough because you're going to have to determine which one is the active row at the time that new dimension is loaded, or you're going to have to make some shifts. But that should solve your problem.
Yeah.
God, man, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do the video on that, but that is a.
Well, so but the other thing is because he mentioned originally like the 5 dimensions, and they were like 50 attributes each. Like that's a lot of attributes. And like if you say denormalize that into one table, like that's, oh my gosh.
Yeah, but when you're I guarantee if I look at those dimensions, there's some duplicates.
Yeah.
I guarantee you there's some duplicates, some things that can be concatenated into smaller columns, some date time, some things that can be gotten rid of. I can make that probably a. Because what we're doing is the report consumers say we may need all this.
Yeah.
When you need it, I'll add it. We're just going to put what you need right
Yes.
now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, are you really using all those attributes in your report?
Absolutely.
I guarantee you're not.
Absolutely.
You're absolutely not. Well, we just wanted to make it available in case. I'm like,
There you
well,
go, Johnny.
wait for that feedback to
You
come
need
in.
yeah. You need a surrogate key. There you
Yeah.
go, Johnny.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep.
And user 457 primary key versus surrogate key. And then
Yeah.
a lot of people are going there going like, what the heck is a surrogate key? I'm like, go back to Kimball 101. So, yep. All right. I love that question. Let's go into Chris. Chris, how does live streaming dashboard via push dataset actually work? Like, is the underlying store a SQL database and the service automatically pulls the new table rows and updates display? Details, please. So the way push datasets work is you have a defined quote unquote. So, but is it a push semantic model now?
Oh man, let it go. Just let it go. Let it go.
So to be honest, Chris, I don't actually know what the underlying data storage is under the hoods. It might be a SQL database table. It could be. I'm not sure. I never actually probed into that to know. But there's something there that's triggering. Like obviously we've got it's a streaming type aspect to it. So and then I would also ask like why like using push dataset versus a streaming dataset. Like what's like why are you using a push dataset versus a streaming dataset? I guess is a question as well. I internally I've never looked into what it actually is doing under the hoods. I can make some guesses, but I don't know for sure. So interesting. Interesting.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Kevin, it depends on what the feature team wants it to use. Sure. Yeah, Chris, non-trivial model via push. Yeah, but like you could do that with streaming data set too. So that's why I was curious, like why one versus the other. Okay, they both exist. So cool. All right, Johnny. How many of the big announcements at Ignite are going to be things that were already stealth released? Direct Lake on Warehouse seems to be there already, but released under a cryptic feature name. I don't know. So there are definitely going to be some new announcements that haven't been talked about yet. But in terms of that, we're like this is the thing with Fabric right now too, and Power BI was this way at the very beginning too. It's like they're pumping out features, right? And when you're in this public preview mode, like stuff is just changing so rapidly that things are sneaking in. Even today, like how many times, Patrick, have we had Kevin said 4 according to Twitter. Because everything on Twitter is truth and real, and we should believe everything there. But Patrick, how many times, even on the Power BI side, even over the last couple months, we're like, oh, I didn't even know that was there.
It was just
There's something recently, yeah.
To optimize on the tables in the Delta tables in the Lakehouse. She was like, oh, there's an optimize feature. I saw that on Twitter. I was like, oh,
well, like we still see it on the Power BI side sometimes too, because there's so many tiny updates that aren't like big feature things that just get in there and can't give everything the love it needs.
Go to a blank canvas on a report that has a data set and right click. Just go ahead and right click. Just go ahead and right click on it.
Wait. Hang on. Going over to my machine. What do you want me to do?
Right click. Right click.
On the canvas.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Boom. Just like that. Add a visual.
Yeah.
Right? Format canvas. We saw that the other day. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. When we were talking to Rosie. Little things like this. They just they creep in.
Little nuggets.
Right?
Little nuggets.
Yep. Yeah. Little nuggets.
Yep. Okay. That's the on-object stuff, though. Way to stir that
Still
back
nice,
up.
though. It's still nice, though.
Well, but okay, let me go back. Sorry. There's another thing I want to show.
Feature. That
Patrick and I were like, what? Sorry, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Right? Okay. So if we do the on-object. Yeah. Ooh, not that. Wait, what is? No, not that. Where? No, it's that one. Wait. Oh, because I moved the thing.
You moved everything.
I moved it.
You moved everything.
Hang on. Where is it?
I have it on my screen. I have it on my screen.
All right. Hang on. Let's go over to your screen then. Yeah. Do the thing where you can drag the thing out. Like she showed us this, and I'm like, oh my gosh! Like it was crazy. So
it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, moving on.
Paul Sutherland said, "See,
see what?
Come on." About they move your cheese, right? They move it.
No, like added
Let's
cheese.
leave on object.
They didn't move the cheese. They added cheese.
It's pretty cool.
I'm just having to remember the new thing because I got old muscle memory. Yeah. All right, Shane. Yeah. Shane coming in. Was the cake better with NVIDIA GTX on or off? Do you mean RTX, not GTX? RTX. Is the cake better?
Video cards now?
Yeah. RTX is the new thing, not GTX.
What's a cake?
I don't know. I've got a 4090, so the cake is just fine where I'm at. Just remember the cake's a lie. All right.
Am I ever going to get my cake? I was told there's going to be cake.
I want pie.
I was told there's going to be cake.
RTX, Shane. RTX. Portal RTX. I didn't actually play Portal RTX, so I haven't played Portal in a long time. All right, John.
I was told there's going to be cake.
There's no cake. Cake's a lie. Is there a way to clear reset a slicer when another slicer is selected? No. Yeah, it depends. No, actually, the answer to that specifically is no. When another slicer is selected, there's no way to unselect another slicer. Where what you could do is through bookmarks, you could have a thing that resets all slicers and takes you back to a certain point. So as things, I have a date period and date slider selector on the same view. I want to clear the slider when the period selection changes. Yeah, that's not something you can do. But what you could do is you could have like a button there that actually calls a bookmark to say, hey, reset the slicers. You could do that. Yeah, Tom, I've got two 4090s, so one in each machine.
Oh, let's not talk about video
It's amazing.
cards.
I love them. They're great.
They keep open my machine.
They keep me. They keep me
off of it.
Yeah, they keep me warm in the wintertime. So. I do have user. I've got City Skylines too. It runs great on my machine. So it's fun. All right.
Don't know what this has to do with Fabric and Power BI.
It doesn't nothing. I mean, we can get data out of it and then analyze certain things. That's how we can tie it back to Fabric. All right, Karthik. Any ETA on Fabric auto-scale capabilities? We want to start small for folks who need to use Fabric. We're moving P1 workspace to F2 and want users to auto scale. So I do know, so stay tuned on some of that. I don't have any timelines for you. I don't know if Bogdan wants to chime in or anything, but I don't have any specific timelines for you. I know the team is looking at different options there. I'm not aware of anything that's finalized, but stay tuned on that front. Now, there are, and I need to go back and look to see if like the ARM stuff, so the Azure Resource Manager, because the FSQs are Azure resources at that point, of being able to use ARM to do some of that scaling. So if you could have like your own custom solution where you're monitoring certain things, and if you see it like peaking, then, or even, I wonder, you know what you could do, Patrick? I'm thinking like, so in the capacity metrics app, could I use Data Activator to monitor things and then trigger a Power Automate that calls something and scales the capacity up?
But wait. An F2, if I go from a
P1 to an F2, that's a drastic drop.
It's not just that though, but we don't get the Power BI stuff until what, F64?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So if I go to an F2, all the Power BI stuff is gone, right?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you're trying to do with it. Like, if you're aware of that, everyone's got a pro license, then who cares?
Yeah, okay.
So if everyone's got a pro or a PPU license, that doesn't matter. Or an E5 with premium pro included, then who cares?
Okay.
So, all right. Yeah, so Karthik, stay tuned. There might be some creative solutions you could do from an Azure Resource Manager or the ARM scripts on the Azure side, because it's an Azure resource. So think about that. Maybe explore that a little bit.
Thank you. So even Mim's thinking the same way I'm thinking. P1 to F64.
Yeah, but it depends what you're doing on the P1 though. Like, I don't know why you had a P1 to begin with, but yeah, definitely if you're doing a P1 and you're utilizing the resources of a P1, go to an F64. Don't go down to an F2.
Please don't go to an F2.
So
please don't go.
Yeah, that might be bad. So I think what they're doing is they're seeing all of Mim's awesome posts on and Sandeep's posts about the F2 and the great performance you get, and they're like, oh, I'm just going to go to an F2. I'm like, well, it depends on what you're doing. So if you do go to an F2 from a P1, definitely do some load testing to see what long-term use is going to do. Short-term bursting, sure, but if you're doing a long-term where you need heavy resource usage, you're going to run into some bottlenecks at that point.
Yeah. Man, I love that this data modeling question keeps coming back up.
Okay, well, I got to get Sahil came in with another super chat.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sahil, I can't. What about point in time? So this is going back to the multiple dimensions.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What about point in time reports if dimension to dimension is connected by a surrogate key now? Will it now show only recent dimensions if we still have Snowflake?
No, that's why it's slowly changing. You got to control that as part of your ETL. Yeah. If the one that's slowly changing gets updated and you want to maintain the history back, then you're going to have to handle that. You're going to have to handle it completely through your ETL process. It's not trivial. I will tell you this, what you're doing is not trivial. And so I forgot who said it. The very first thing I would do is look at possibly denormalizing this. At least those two dimensions that are connected with that slowly changing, and make that a slowly changed dimension and try to not handle it. Because your ETL developer, maybe that's you, Sahil, you're not going to be happy trying to manage this. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And I love the question, Sahil. It's that you're thinking about it and you're trying to architect the right thing, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Really good. That's really good. Okay, you said there was some data modeling question that keeps coming up. Which one?
No. That was it. This is it. Okay.
This is okay. Yeah. I'm like, which other one do I need?
I love it.
So, okay. All right. Chris is out. He's got to go do yard work. Cool.
Have a good yard work, Chris.
Johnny, did you see Johnny's tweets about the vans, the custom vans? Did you see that? It's like, how many pairs of custom vans are you going to buy? None.
None. It was funny. I had a pair of shoes show up when Adam was here, and he got a little angry with me.
By the way, Chat Master C, there's a pair of Jordans coming in on Wednesday. Wish I would have had them for pass, but someone didn't communicate. So.
They'll have to wait to see him at Bits.
They'll be at Bits. I gave him so much crap about that. I'm like, dude, like, what the heck? So now he has to clear any Jordan purchases through me.
Yeah.
Okay, Alex coming in with a trolling super chat.
I have no idea, Alex.
How the heck do we change the color of a URL icon in desktop? Patrick GPT
I
help.
have no
Wait.
idea.
What do you mean? Color of a URL icon?
Hang on. Keep talking. I'm gonna.
It's gotta
try
be
something.
it's
Hang on.
like it's gotta be a conditional formatting thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't.
I'm gonna. You keep.
All
You
right.
go on to the next
All right.
question.
Alex
I'll,
is. Well, we've only got 4 minutes left in the stream, buddy. So you gotta hurry
just
up.
give me a second.
Instead of the dark blue, I want it to be white. Wait, you can do that. Can you do that through theming? Would theming do
I
it?
have no idea, dude. I have no idea what Alex
Now-
is drumming up here.
And now everyone's
jumping.
jumping. Oh, he said Chris Hamill figured it out. It's got to be. It's either a conditional formatting thing or it's a theming thing, or a combo of
what
both.
Alex is.
It's got to be
what he's
both.
got me
It's got to be one or the
rabbit-holing
other.
on.
Yeah, Tom. Sorry, we didn't get to. So Tom did have a pre-submitted question, and then there was another one as well. We're gonna follow up on email. We weren't able to get it done for today, so apologies for that. We'll follow up on email before the next stream. We can show it live. So apologies for that. Yeah, Carrie's another one that's one of our Australia friends that are still up. Yeah, Carrie,
I don't
you
know,
can.
Alex.
So, oh no, hospital. That's not good. Hope everything's okay.
Alex.
All right, so Thomas has got a question here. I'm going to pull up Thomas. Can I connect dynamic formatting to a button to switch formats? I'm going to say no. No. Now, well, wait a second. Let me think. So with dynamic formatting, basically DAX comes into play at that point. So could you change the filter context to where the dynamic formatting then picks something up? Maybe? So if that button is potentially like a slicer changing filter context at that point, that could end up affecting what you're doing in dynamic formatting. But outside of that, I would say no. Outside of that, that's a no, at least from my understanding. So I could be wrong, but I don't think. Oh, Johnny said yes, you can. Calc groups. What? Wait. All right, Johnny, are you talking about which one are you talking about, Johnny? Sorry. There were two different things. There's the link color coming in, and then there's the dynamic formatting to a button. Switch formats. So I don't know. Field parameters. I don't understand where field parameter and calc groups are coming in. Switch the measure that decides the format. Yeah. But that's that's kind of where I was going with it though, right? So if you switch something, like the button can't directly change the formatting piece of it, but yes, through DAX, if you can affect the DAX, so either through calc groups or field parameters or something else, you're affecting the DAX at that point. Then that will switch it over. Okay, cool. On the same page now. All right. Yeah, why are you up, man? Yes, Patrick. Alex makes a good point. Do not spend all weekend on this because we've got other stuff to do. And then Leslie, member for 16 months. Thank you so much, Leslie. Always good to hear from you. She's got a comment for Patrick. Hypothetically, would the presence of an I Watch Patrick cake on Power BI Days DC make you come inclined to hang out with us?
I forgot when it was, Leslie.
It's in April.
I don't know. I don't remember. Let me look at the dates because there's a lot. There's a lot of stuff going on in March, so I need to see.
All right, let's grab. We still got a little bit of time. Yes, Chris, I agree. I love people ask questions. People ask questions we've never heard of before, so that's great. All right, Jessica's got a two. Wait, is this two-parter? There's two questions. I'm gonna grab the first one. I haven't read either one, so I don't know which one's more important. Is Power BI ever going to release expand collapse columns in a matrix the way we can for rows? Think group, in-group, and Excel. There's third-party visual. Yeah, there's a lot of third-party. There's I know of like InfoRiver and what's the other one? There's another one that does it too. So I would say, Jessica, there's been some. I know Miguel Myers is tracking those, so he's the PM for the visual stuff. He has done some public sessions. He just did one with Chris as well. Kratos BI, they did a live stream on it as well, and he's got a vision for what they're doing. So definitely go to ideas and make sure you get your voice heard. I know it's out there. This is a common ask I've heard from a matrix perspective. Is it coming? I don't know. It could be a bit, but definitely. I know Miguel is aware of it though. He's got some other things from a priority perspective he's working on first though. So, but definitely get your voice heard on that front. So, all right, Toma. I don't know what this was. Can you believe that I'm still not sold? I'm guessing that has to do with on-object editing.
On object.
Oh
yeah.
no, I
Yeah,
hit the
on
wrong
object.
button. Sorry, hit the wrong button.
On
Hit the
object.
wrong button.
On object. On object. On object.
I can't. No, it's fine. If it, your opinion is your opinion. That's fine.
I'm completely sold. I will tell you that. I'm completely sold.
All right, Darren, where do you guys fall on avoiding using calculate when writing DAX? Wait, what? Do you think there's a value for folks new to DAX? I don't. What's that?
So Marco said this in the class. You had stepped away, and it was a really interesting comment. And even in some of the labs that Marco provided, he was like, try to do this without calculate because it helps you understand the context, that's going on. And so there is value in it. But he also said that you're probably going to use calculate more than any other function in DAX. So. It depends. It depends. It depends on, how deep you want to get into it. Because some of the stuff he was showing without calculate, some of the ways he was writing the measures, I was like, holy cow. So I'm not saying avoid calculate, but it could help. It could help you understand how things behave there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Another stream. We will have a stream next Saturday. And then there will not be a stream the Saturday after that.
That's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because that's Thanksgiving weekend. So just going to give time back for folks in the U.S. So apologies for folks outside the U.S., but we're gonna take some breaks. But yeah, next week, next Saturday, and then the Saturday after that is Thanksgiving, and then we'll be back the Saturday after that, first Saturday in December, I believe. And then we're marching towards the new year. So.
Wait a minute. What? Put this on the screen. Just put. I want you to look at my screen first, and then I want you to put this on the screen.
Yes, I know. That's what he was talking about.
Oh, I didn't see this.
Yes, that's the custom vans. No, I saw that yesterday. Yes, that's what he was talking about. That's what he was talking about.
I may be tempted.
You're gonna buy Vans custom. See, Jordan's Nike needs to do that. Like, can Nike do that?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've blown Patrick's mind. So apparently he wasn't watching your thread, Johnny.
Well, I saw it, but I didn't pay attention to the.
Well, he followed up with that.
Like,
Well, he did that after the fact. So there was the first hit.
Too much social for me.
All right, everyone. So so if you're going to be at PASS, come say hi next week. We will be there in Seattle, or if you're at Ignite, they're both in the same spot. So we will see you there. Otherwise, we'll see you on next Saturday's live stream. So thanks, everyone. Have a great week. See ya.
This means war, feel it raging inside. We don't run from the battle, we run straight to the fight. This means war, this means war. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Oh, like stars from the sky. Oh, can you hear us calling? Oh, this is a battle cry. This means war.